Hello IP4. This is our first video lesson for today, Friday. Now, as you can see, I'm in school and I hope that you will be in school soon as well. But for now, we are continuing with the video lessons. So, like I said, this is the first of 2 video lessons that you have today. And as usual, we are going to begin by checking the homework that I gave you on Tuesday. So please make sure you've done Tuesday's homework and that you have your workbooks ready. Okay, so on Tuesday, we were talking about using the pronouns I and me, because people often make mistakes using those pronouns. So we had to do workbook page 102, and in section A, we need to choose the correct pair of words. So number 1, Josie and I love hearing tall tales. You name I last. Number 2, Dad has read them to Josie and me for years. Again, name yourself last. Number 3, Josie and I like tales about famous folk heroes. And number 4, these stories seem so exciting to Josie and me. So give yourselves a score out of 4 for section A. In section B, there were 6 mistakes using I and me. So you needed to read and find those mistakes. So, tonight, Dad told Mom, Josie and me a great tall tale about the time our family spent a vacation with Paul Bunyan. We need to use me instead of I because it's the object of the sentence after this verb told. Mom and I knew Dad made up the story, but Josie believed it. We need to use subject pronoun I at the beginning of the sentence before the action verb knew. On the first day, Paul's blue ox, Babe, played with Josie and me. Again, we use the object pronoun me after the action verb played. Then, Paul, Josie and I went for a long walk. We use I before the action verb went. Paul's legs were so long that he had to carry Josie and me. We use the object pronoun me after carry. On the last day, Babe gave Josie and me rides through the forest. Again, object pronoun me after the verb gave. So give yourselves a score out of 6 for section B and a total out of 10, please. Okay, today we're learning about a different type of pronoun, possessive pronouns. So you should have done this last year with me in IP3, so I hope that you all remember it. So a few months ago we were doing a chapter about nouns, and we learned that a possessive noun shows that someone owns something or has something, so something belongs to them. So we know that pronouns replace nouns, and we use possessive pronouns to replace possessive nouns. So instead of using a noun to show that somebody has something, we can use a pronoun, a possessive pronoun. So here's a sentence using a possessive noun. Have you seen Tanwar's bag? We know who Tanwar is. We add apostrophe S to make it possessive. The bag belongs to Tanwar. But we can replace Tanwar's with the possessive pronoun his. Have you seen his bag? Another example, Lucas is I's and thanks' friend. So we've got 2 possessive nouns here, I's and thanks. And we can replace that with the plural possessive pronoun their. Lucas is their friend. Okay, these are the possessive pronouns that you need to know this year. Next year, you're going to learn about some other possessive pronouns, but for now, this is all I need you to know. So my means belonging to me, like I. Your means belonging to you. His means belonging to a boy. Her means belonging to a girl. And it means belonging to a thing or an animal. So these are all singular possessive pronouns referring to one person or thing. These pronouns are plural. They refer to more than one. Our means like we. If I and somebody else have something, we say it is our thing. Your could belong to a group of people who I'm speaking directly to. As usual, your can be singular for one person or plural for a group of people. Their means belonging to a group like they, so that could refer to a group of boys, a group of girls, a group of boys and girls, or a group of things. Okay, please open your textbook to page 214 and let's look at questions 1 to 7. So, we need to read the sentence, look at the underlined word or words, and replace those underlined word or words with a possessive pronoun from the list that we have just looked at. So, number 1. Max and I help Mr. Lee at Mr. Lee's pet shop. What can we use as a possessive pronoun instead of Mr. Lee's? So we know that Mr. means a male, a boy, so who would that be? And also, just to tell you, Angela is a woman's name. So decide which possessive pronoun to use. As usual, please pause the video when I say pause, and you can press play when you've finished up to questions 1 to 7. If you do not have your textbook, write the answers on paper after you have paused. So please pause the video now. Okay, have you finished? If you are finished, you can keep watching for the answers. Number 1, Max and I help Mr. Lee at Mr. Lee's pet shop. Mr. Lee's, as we know, is a male name, so we say his. Number 2, Max gives the puppies food. The puppies is a group of animals. We use the. Number 3, Angela is saving Angela's money for a pet. We change Angela's to her. Number 4, she will buy the parakeet and the parakeet's cage. For the parakeets, we say its. Now number 5, Angela, you and Angela's sister will love the parakeet. Someone is speaking directly to Angela, so we use the pronoun your. You and your sister will love the parakeets. Number 6, Max watches the parakeet as it sits on the parakeet's perch. Again, for the parakeets we say its. And number 7, Angela says, one day this bird will be Angela's parakeet. Now, Angela is the one speaking. She would not name herself. She would say, my. One day, this will be my parakeet. So, give yourselves a score of 7. I know that number 5 and number 7 were a little bit tricky, but I hope everyone is getting at least 5 out of 7 there. Okay, let's do the next page. So, next page, page 215. Let's look at questions 8 to 14. Now these are actually much easier than the questions that we've just done. All we have to do is read the sentence and find the possessive pronoun. So you're not changing anything, you're just finding something. So let's look at the example. My favourite animal is the llama. The possessive pronoun in this sentence is the word my. So we just write next to the sentence my. So that's all you need to do for questions 8 to 14. Read the sentence and find the possessive pronoun. So again, when I say pause, pause the video and either write your answer in the textbook or on paper. So please pause now and press play when you've finished. Please pause now. Okay, have you finished up to number 14? If you're finished, let's keep watching for the answers. Number 8, its close relative is the camel. Its. Number 9, people in Peru use llamas to carry their packs. Their. Number 10, a llama will lie down if its pack is too heavy. Its. Number 11, people in our country are using llamas too. Our. Number 12, sheep ranchers use llamas to guard their flocks. Their. Number 13, one man in Nebraska raises llamas on his ranch. His. Number 14, a woman bought one as a pet for her grandchildren. Her. So give yourselves a score out of 7. I hope you all got 7 there. That was very easy. And a total out of 14. Okay, that is the end of this lesson. Your homework is to do workbook page 104. As usual, today is Friday. You've got 2 lessons today. Please make sure you finish that workbook page before you watch the next lesson, lesson 120. So make sure you finish the homework before watching the next lesson. Very quickly, I'll just explain what that homework is. Okay, IP4, this is your homework, workbook page 104. Section A is like the section that we just did, the second section in the textbook. You read these 6 sentences, find the possessive pronoun, and write it on this line. And section B is like the first section we did in the textbook. You need to write these sentences again, but you change these underlined words to a possessive pronoun. Carla is a girl's name, Harry is a boy's name, and you should know what Mr. means. Okay, IP4, that is the end of this lesson. So like I just told you, please make sure you finish workbook page 104 before watching the next lesson, lesson 120. Until then, thank you IP4. Bye-bye.